So I have basically mastered how to do the makeup. Whenever I get invited anywhere to do anything or to see anyone, I don't sit around contemplating how I'm gonna do my makeup because I have figured out the absolute most flattering way to do it. And it's something I think for the most part is just universally flattering on everyone. So I'm gonna start by putting highlighter underneath everything. I don't have makeup on my face right now. I'm gonna put this on my cheekbones and under my eyes, trust me. It's just enough highlighter to kind of conceal the under eye circles, and it's gonna make your makeup really like glow from within. My foundation hack is I always use an expensive one. Armani Luminous Silk is my favorite, and then I mix it with a dot of a cheaper one to darken the color without spending a ton of money. So basically I buy my foundation in my lightest shade, and then I just add the darker color to adjust throughout the year whenever I have more of a tan. Just a very small amount, like lightly patting it just to even out my skin tone. Then I'm gonna conceal all of these places. I have yet to find something I like better than NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but please let me know if you do. A lot of people forget to conceal the inner corners of their eyes. This is so important if you like the look of wide set eyes, which I personally think is stunning. The more light colors you put on the inside, the more wide set your eyes are gonna look. I recently just saw a video saying not to put your bronzer on top of your cheekbones, that you wanna put them under your cheekbones to carve them out. And I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't disagree more. It really depends on what kind of look you like. I don't really want my face to look like super hollowed out. I feel like it looks more youthful whenever my bronzer is up high. I always set my liquid bronzer with a powdered one. This is when I go in a little bit under the cheekbones and on top, because essentially I'm trying to contour the whole circle of the cheekbone, if that makes sense. And then still getting my entire face so that it looks like super sun-kissed, healthy. And I always go from my eye out. This RMS blush has been my ride or die going on like 8 years now. I like a ton of blush. And then I also put this on my lips. And I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario. I'm mixing the two light colors, and I'm gonna do this under my brows and in the inner corners to give that wide set eye look that I said I love. My goal with my makeup always is I never want someone to say, oh, your makeup looks great. I just want them to be like, oh, you look great. So it's kind of like doing things that don't look like makeup that just enhance all your natural features. Okay, something I feel like makes a really big difference in my makeup is just taking a light color like that, mix it with that, and just going right under my lash line. It's a really subtle difference, but if you look, this eye looks a little more almondy and lifted than this eye. Okay, then with a more fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna take a light color and essentially contour the eye into the shape that I want. So I just do the outer corner and then I drag it out. I go all the way past my eyebrow, which is again contouring the top of the cheekbone. Then I take a brown eyeliner. I'm gonna tightline my upper waterline, make my lashes look more full. And then I do the slightest micro wing in the outer corner. I feel like this is flattering on everyone and doesn't really look like you have eyeliner on as much as it just looks like your eyes lifted. I always do little strokes. I like the front of my brows to come down. So I fill in the bottom, and then for the arch, I pull up so that my brows have more of this shape instead of like this shape. Next, I add my highlighter. This might seem like I'm going out of order to some people, but you'll kind of see why in a second. So I do this on the top of my cheekbones, bringing that light back in under the brow, bridge of the nose, and right above the brow to like lift this area right here. And I'm gonna go in and lightly set around where the highlighter is. So don't put it anywhere where there is highlighter, but just under the eyes, forehead, around my nose and chin. This is why I wait till the end to do my eyebrow gel and my mascara, is because I like to set my makeup first. And if you do your eyebrows and then set your makeup, it's gonna make them clump together. And then I can go in and set my brows without them clumping together too much. I like to do the brows almost straight up. I do the centers up and kind of going in so that it looks more youthful and full, and then I always pull the arch up. I don't like pulling it out, or I feel like my face looks like this instead of like this. I like my lashes to be extremely curled, almost curling onto themselves, so I go all the way up to the tip. I don't just do the root, but I definitely do the root the most, so I hold it here at the end for a while. There's something very sexy about brown mascara. It just gives you, oh, like a sexy doe-eyed look versus looking like you're trying super hard. It kind of just looks like your own lashes are super fluffy. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I already have some lip liner on because I can hardly bear to even look at myself in the camera without lip liner, but I'm gonna do more. I like to overdraw, we all know that. No shame here. Overdraw everywhere. I know everyone's like filling in the Cupid's bow, letting it meet on the edges. I'd honestly rather fill in my edges than the Cupid's bow. I like it to look really full here, not just in the center. So that's just me. Topping it with powdered blush. Last step, I promise, I'm just gonna draw on my freckles with my freckle pen. I like to draw over the ones that are already there and then stamp them around. This is the final look. It's like sexy, natural, pretty, and let's turn beauty filter off. This is without the beauty filter. What do you guys think?